place to get involved.
It's almost like an untapped market right now.
Exactly.
It seems like for some reason there were a couple of years where we stumbled, but it seems like I know when me and Louann first started on the bid board, going back there were empty storefronts, and now those days are gone. I mean, you're starting to see, even with tough times, it seems like every other day there's a new business opening up, and I think finally people from outside are starting to see that Peekskill is a place where they can, number one, either raise a family or do business in the city, and it's important. And I think you're starting to see that evolution in a sense.
I think the city government has a really renewed interest, not a renewed interest, but a stronger interest, a vigor, yeah. Yes. And it's amazing because only being up here a few months, they're so open. If you have an idea, they want to listen to it, and they really want to get ahead. It makes you want to be here.
So do you think their approach has become more pro-business? You can see that there's...
I think it's pro-people.
Pro-people.
It's more than pro-business, yeah. As an artist, you would like to come here. They're very nice to you. They even go out of their way. They try to find you housing. They try to talk to you, show you different people. It's a wonderful place.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Louann, your background has been with, with a company, and now where are you?
I work now for Yellow Book USA, which has been a very exciting change, and I enjoy it a lot. I believe, as you know, in what I sell.
Now, what does a person do when they come in on a Saturday morning at the farmer's market? As they come in, they can park throughout the downtown. Is there still free parking?
It's free parking throughout the downtown. They usually come, have their coffee, meet their friends, and the market is doggy friendly, so bring your dog down, and we love to see the dog.
Doggy friendly, child friendly,
without
whatever.
a doubt. Without a doubt.
And
a good coffee shop nearby.
That's right, Peekskill Coffee House. That's right. What are the, other than weather restrictions? I mean, if it's bad weather, do we cancel, or do you think it's pretty much is it something that's on full time?
It's on full time. We have canceled twice in the 16 years,
wow.
And one of them was last year when the storm was so bad that we couldn't keep the tents over the farmers. So there goes the tent, there goes the farmer. So
right.
we do have to cancel.
Right, and families can show up with their
definitely.
strollers going up and down through the downtown area.
Oh, I love to see that. I mean, it's great actually being involved with so many years is seeing some of the children grow up. You know, meeting them, say, 10 years ago and now at 10 years old, it's like exciting. So I get very passionate about that, you know it.
Well, how long have you been chairperson of this committee?
Probably 12 years.
Yeah, I'd say so. Since almost its
like my baby.
Sure.
I love it.
Well, the original, let's see, the first farmer's market had how many vendors?
8.
8, and we are up to now?
Now we're up to 14. They're still coming in. We are actually, if you are interested in becoming a vendor, you can contact us at peekskillbid.com.
Okay.
We're always interested. We look for, since the green focus, organic. So we would like to have somebody.
How many of the vendors would you say all of them, isn't there a stipulation where they have to grow, I believe, 50% of the produce that they sell?
It's, with our farmers market, yes, they have to grow at least 50% of their goods.
So they come from as far away as
Pennsylvania,
yeah. Upstate New York,
any
Connecticut, New Jersey?
No, mainly we're upstate New York, Pennsylvania, but whoever wants to come,
more than welcome.
More than welcome.
Is there, on a given day when we do this, talk about the chef thing for a little while, they're going to grab produce from the actual farmers that are lined up and down throughout the area?
It's something that I started a couple of years ago. Last year we had a couple of celebrity chefs, but I thought that we can go a step further because every month there's a new produce, a new produce that's in season. So, for example, in July, there's tomatoes, some basil, let's put something together and maybe make a bruschetta.
Right.
Or, I'm getting hungry now. Or something like that. In the winter, more towards October and November, the produce becomes a little slimmer, but there's a lot of squash. And there's so many recipes that you can make with squash that
Now, will the chefs be from actual restaurants in the Peekskill area or Peekskill Cortland, or actually are they coming from out of the district?
Well, we would like local chefs within the Peekskill Cortland area, and that we're still actually calling some people, but there will be at least one demonstration per month from the produce from the market.
Now, wasn't the Cornell Cooperative Extension, wasn't there a master chef that they actually used to set up a booth where they would show you how to cook certain foods?
Yes.
And they're coming back this year?
No, they're not. That was Eat Right New York. That was a few years ago.
Right.
But we do have Pat Reber, who is the master gardener. And, we're thinking together with her on things we can show the public. For example, compost.
There you go.
How do you make compost?
Right.
So she knows, but she can teach everybody how to do that.
And she'll be there every
Right,
week.
showing you how to plant planters, the best kinds of foods. Maybe in your vegetable garden there's flowers, or in your flowers there's a vegetable garden, and with emphasis on organic, not using pesticides, those type of things. Practical information that people want to know.
Sure. And in a way, that's almost the information end that the farmers market seems to be evolving into, because it seems like there is a need. There's not even a need, a clamoring for it, that people, it seems like we are going back, instead of using pesticides, what's the easiest way to clean up without having to buy something using a chlorine-based additive or whatever the case may be, versus a lemon and vinegar, which is a natural, type of thing like that. So it's nice to see that. It's actually how people can come in, buy fruits, buy vegetables, buy breads, whatever. Is the wine guy still there?
Oh,
and,
yeah, the wine guy,
cheese
bread
and all
alone.
them?
We get our returning favorites every year.
Yeah, I know. The bread and the wine and cheese, that's everybody
So you
loves those
can buy
vendors.
a picnic lunch and go down to the water and have a great picnic.
Oh, what time are we going,
There you go.
Anthony?
Anytime you want.
Well, once again, time has already gone by. We'd like to thank once again Anthony Volpe, the advisory board member of the Peekskill Bid, Louann Curtin, the chairperson of the Peekskill Bid, or I should say for
Peekskill Farmers
People's
Market.
Farmers Market. I know that's your baby. Everybody tells me, they say, when they ask me a question about the farmers market, I go, look, there's only one person you have to ask. Ask Louann, and she knows.
I love it.
It's unbelievable how Louann knows names of not only the vendors who are the farmers there, but also who they are, husbands, wives, children. She calls them on Sundays and makes sure that everything is going well, what happened on Saturday, backup, feedback. It's unbelievable. You do a great job.
Well, I'm lucky to have Marilyn with me, too. She
And
helps a lot.
Marilyn Ettinger has been a long time, exactly. She's been one of the workers there. Anthony, it sounds like you're just getting your feet wet. I think the more you raise your hand and volunteer, the more you're going to realize there's a lot more to go.
I found that out.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So,
and I'm happy about it.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, a pleasure to have both of you. Welcome aboard. Okay,
Thank
good job
you.
again.
Thank you.
Okay, and good job throughout this whole season.
Thank you,
very
Domenic.
much. All right, thank you once again. Tonight was the Volpe Report. For any contact info, we have a email address of volpereport@aol.com. If anyone would like to see a certain show, if they'd like to air any questions, whether it's for the guests that we have on, or even for if you have an insight as to a show that you'd like to see or have aired, you're more than welcome to email me any information or any of that for me. So once again, thank you very much. We'll see you in our next segment, and thank you.